Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. How are you today? I hope everybody in a very good shape and in a very good health. Today I'm going to elaborate a little bit on TVET, Technical and Vocational Education and Training. To give you a feel about TVET, let us imagine at the moment we have 74 million youth unemployed worldwide. And currently, our country's expectation by the year 2020, we require 1.3 million TVET graduates. This indicates that there's a very important and increased emphasis on TVET education. TVET is about young people like you and me, men and women, learning and executing knowledge as well as soft and hard skill for the world of work. This is very important because it can contribute to poverty reduction, economic recovery, as well as sustainable development. And also the TVET graduates are expected by the world of work to have communication, ICT skills, social capacity, practical capacity, creativity and entrepreneurship, as well as theoretical and technical knowledge. This is why policy attention are slowly directing the emphasis on work and skill-based to improve TVET education worldwide. However, there are several factors that contribute to the success of this TVET. Among others are teaching and learning, collaboration, and infrastructure. Teaching and learning is very important in TVET education because it complements the technical aspect as well as the theoretical aspect. So, to be able to achieve the objective required for these TVET graduates, teaching and learning need to complement each other. So, the teaching process and learning process must be appropriate timingly with the advancement of technological development. So, in teaching, the instructor, the teachers must have a mindset change in which need to adapt and adopt system approach in using multiple teaching methods, using audio, video and ICT based methods to teach, as well as continually changing the teaching method with the emerging technological development. By doing so, it will enhance the learning process, which at the moment we have project-based learning, work-based learning, problem-based learning, and blended learning. For instance, work-based learning, when we have a work setting in our institution, such as automotive workshop, the student will have the feel of the real work environment, so that when they go out to work or to have their training, they already has the experience of how the working culture and environment in a workshop of automotive. And also, by having these learning methods, the student can be engaged through several learning approaches such as active learning and inquiry learning through experimentation that they do on weekly basis to enhance their hand skill, and also through challenging activities such as simulation, for instance like the operation of some devices, mechanical component, as well as exploring method by discovering from what they have learned in classroom in a work setting setup. Definitely the next component which supposed to support, that needs to support teaching and learning is infrastructure. But when we talk about infrastructure, it comprises both parties. One is the facilities available in the institution as well as the competency in terms of training for the instructors. Why? Because through infrastructure in terms of teachers training and also facilities available, it will contribute to innovative teaching. So when I ask my students sometimes in the classroom, In those days, we only teach using chalks. After that, then we come to markers and whiteboards. But today, we already have facilities such as LCD projectors, widescreen, and also we have in-classroom internet access. Even though there is some modification, upgrade need to be done, but it contributes to the innovative teaching. Sometimes when I teach in my class on certain topics such as gears, I will show the student some video in the classroom of how actually the gear is manufactured. So the student, not only they learn the theoretical aspect of the gear, but with the understanding and exposure to the process of the gear, manufacturing of the gear, it will complement whatever the student will learn. So in that respect, with the infrastructure that we have, it will actually benefit the teaching and learning process. So in able to do so and to achieve or to make the fullest use of infrastructures, the teachers need to have competency in line with the current advance of technology. When we have teaching and learning, when we have infrastructure, it only will connect this in-house teaching and learning and infrastructure that we have in the TVET institution by means of collaboration. Collaboration is very important, or in other words, we say industrial partnership. Why it is so important? Because it will increase the knowledge and skill of the TVET people or graduates, and at the same time has the capability to enhance the employability of the TVET graduates, which is very vital for today's workforce, such as problem solving, self-managing, planning, organization, and etc. And also, it will make possible our TVET graduates, the students, to be able to immediately be operational at workplace. And also, by having this collaboration, it will forge a closer link between the TVET institution and the industry partners, which will allow to improve TVET systematically. In terms of this collaboration, we, as one of the TVET institution, as we all know, we have internship program, we have facilitation of field trip. At the moment, we are actively involved in these two aspects of collaboration, in which the internship, or what we call here industrial training, the student will be placed in an appropriate field of studies to feel about 6 months what they have learned into practice. And in doing so, we also have the lecturers to be placed in industry, not only the student but also the lecturers. Why? Because both need to have a feel of the current culture of the industry, and also the field trip, which on periodical basis, by right also based on the funding that we have, we take the student to identify industries, companies, manufacturing plant, where the student will be exposed to have a visualization or realization of what they have learned. For instance, the automotive student, even though they are learning about automotive in the classroom, when they are taken to a field trip to a manufacturing automotive plant, they will see the whole process, which will motivate their interest in what they are learning in the classroom. And also, in the collaboration, we need to have adjunct lecture, which we are still learning, lacking at the moment. In other words, that we bring in industry expert to talk about on selected topics, which is very significant for the world of working, because the student need to know what actually the outside field or the world expect from the students in terms of knowledge and skills. And also, the other part that we are still lacking, which we need to give emphasis, it is a joint research activities in niche areas with possibly with other universities or other institutions that has the facilities which we don't have here. So by doing so, it will be a mutual benefit for both institutions, not only in terms of the facilities that acquired in terms of education or the training by means of the research, but also the expertise that can be transferred to the institution that does not yet acquiring such facilities in terms of research. So I hope with the knowledge that we shared so far about TVET in terms of the importance, the significance of TVET graduates for the world of work, and the backbone of the TVET, which is education, teaching and learning, infrastructure, and also the collaboration. So by now, with the TVET description that we have shared so far, I hope that we will have a better understanding, a better feel of how important is TVET and what are the contributing elements for the success of this TVET in terms of teaching and learning, infrastructure, and collaboration. When all these three elements work or supported by the top management hand in hand, it will definitely enhance our TVET graduates, not only to fulfill the industry's driven demand for the workforce, skilled workforce, but as well as to enhance the institutions that provides this TVET education.